Folk Studio 451 is proud to present Pioneer History of Orleans County, New York by Arad Thomas, edited and annotated by A. Burris. Chapter 7. Clearing Land and First Crops. Orleans County was originally covered with a heavy growth of trees. These had to be removed to open the soil to cultivation. This was commonly done by cutting the trees so as to leave a stump 2 or 3 feet high. The felled timber lay upon the ground until it was dry. Then fire was put in, and the whole field was burned over at once. The logs were then cut at the proper length to be hauled together in heaps by oxen and burned again. The ashes of the heaps were collected and leached to make black salts and potash. The land being thus cleared of wood, the first crop was wheat, sown broadcast, and covered with earth by harrowing the ground with a triangular harrow or drag. A field with the trees lying as they fell was called a slashing, and sometimes a clearing or a fallow as the work progressed. Wheat was sown in the fall to be harvested the next season. No spring wheat was raised. Sometimes corn and potatoes were planted among the logs during the first season by digging in the seed with a hoe. On account of the stumps, it was several years before the land could be plowed to much advantage after the trees were felled. But as these were chiefly hardwood, they soon rotted out. For some years, the first settlers cut their wheat crop with a sickle, threshed the grain with flails or trod it out with horses and cattle, and freed it from the chaff by shoveling it in the wind or fanning it with a hand fan. The lack of barn floors and other conveniences made all these operations exceedingly laborious and slow compared with such work today. Before barns with threshing floors were made, some farmers made floors or platforms of split logs and laid them on the ground without any roof over them. They stacked their grain beside the logs and threshed it on these floors in fair weather or trod it out with oxen or horses.
Learn more about this series at pioneerhistory.us.